Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be the most awesomest video in the history of ever! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are reviewing the Padawan Outpost model FA2, aka Cal Kestis' lightsaber. It's a thing of beauty. So the things that we're going to cover today on this review is craftsmanship. Is the hilt awesome? You know, is it accurate? The second thing is going to be the actual blade and the electronics, how all of that works. And the third thing is going to be the customer service and my overall experience with the company, because all three of those things are massively important, especially that last one. So let's go ahead and get into the details on the hilt. I think this is really good. It could be better. There's some paint and some weathering missing, but I just don't think that that's something that Padawan Outpost offers, which I'm totally okay with, because Saberforge, for example, they have lightsabers where they have the weathering on them, and you can have that option before you buy it. Padawan Outpost doesn't seem to have that option. If there is a lightsaber like Luke's or Obi-Wan's that has that hint of gold metal or something like that, or the black, they will add that because it's part of the base coat of the saber. But in terms of Cal Kestis's or Jaro Tapal's, it's just the basic silver, and I'm totally okay with that because it gives me the opportunity to go and make a video on how to weather this lightsaber and make it more accurate to how it appears in the game. So my overall rating of the hilt is going to be 8 out of 10 because I think the build is there. I think the mold is there. I think it's beautiful, including like all the little details on the bottom of the hilt here that just look amazing. And the sound comes out of these little holes, and it just looks really, really well done. So I now have the blade screwed in. It's just screwed in with a couple of little screws and a little Allen key that comes with it. So very simple. Just got to make sure, as you can see in my first thoughts video, I didn't have the blade all the way connected with the sensors. What am I doing wrong? And it ended up like only having a halfway connection. So just make sure that it's pushed down all the way, and you should be good to go. In this segment, we're just going to go through all the sound fonts and everything that this lightsaber can really do straight out of the box. I don't have anything downloaded on it yet. This is my first NEOPIXEL, and I've had it for like a week. So I've had to like figure out all this stuff. I don't know how to like put sounds, fonts, and new lighting stuff. I don't know how to do all that fancy stuff yet, but we will get there, I promise. First one's Kylo. Smooth swing's amazing.
You hard to get rid of.
Rey. Also has gesture controls in the hilt so that I'm able, the button's right here, not pressing it. Oops. Well, now you know it can play music. In order to activate the gesture controls, you just turn your wrist to the right. Same thing to turn it off, and then to play the music, you turn it to the left.
The Dark Sword.
Obviously one of the better ones on here.
He was a cunning warrior. You were the chosen one! And he was a good friend.
And for the low price of 300 plus, you can also get Depression.
I loved you!
Anakin Skywalker. This one isn't my favorite, to be honest with you. I think the humming and stuff is just a little bit too low. Darth Maul.
Have another course.
One of the coolest Dark Jedi ever. Love this character so much, and I really hope he turns up in something else soon.
Ben Solo. You will take the throne.
Dark Rey.
I've become more powerful than any Jedi.
Count Dooku.
Hello there.
Yeah. Obi-Wan.
Darkness.
I don't know what this is supposed to be. I think it's another Dark Ray, but I don't know. It definitely sounds like it. Lord Vader. Cal Kestis, boy! Yo! That crisp blue. Obviously, my favorite sound font on here. Duh.
The General, to me, she's royalty.
Here's Jedi Leia. Really like the color on this one. Although you can change the color to anything that you want. All you have to do is point the saber down, press the button, and twist. And it will change colors. And when you have a color that you like, so let's change it to yellow. You just let off the button, and now I have a yellow Leia lightsaber.
Who else could do what I've done? Who else would have the strength to come this far? I am Revan, and I will complete the work I started so long ago.
That one's cool. It's just so long to get into it. Darth Revan. Epic.
Vader can't stop me now. Nothing can.
Star Killer. This is one of the, I have this cool crackling thing where it'll turn the white parts of the blade black on this one. Looks awesome. So Padawan Outpost did a bunch of pre-installed fonts that they've made themselves, I'm assuming. They're not from any movies or anything, they're just there. So they're very customizable and easy to use, and some of them sound really cool.
Every Jedi who ever lived lives in you.
Qui-Gon.
Ray Skywalker.
So this is the Skywalker Sabre in the sequel trilogy, and personally I think this is a way more accurate sound to how that lightsaber actually sounds compared to the Anakin one. Really good smooth swing, and it just sounds more accurate in my opinion.
Final steps.
I don't know who this is supposed to be, so I made it white.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. This one's a classic.
Codex of Light.
Made this one pink because I didn't know what else to do with it.
Cyber Terror.
This one's kind of lame. Cool deignition though.
Dark Ages.
This one's cool. Sounds like a medieval like metal sword. I like that one.
Hatred.
So that's one of the mini ignitions that you can do on this. This one is a seizure, but it looks awesome. So pick your poison.
Idol.
So this one's similar to the Dark Ages one, but it has a different humming sound. Sounds cool.
Serenity.
And here's the infamous Rainbow Blade. If you were doubting the LEDs up to this point, you can't doubt them anymore. I mean, look at how impressive that is.
The Champion.
I don't know who this is supposed to be either, so I made it purple.
The Dark Lord Revisited.
Another Vader font.
The Learner.
This is Ezra with his blue saber.
The Second.
This is one of my favorite fonts on the whole thing. Trilla Siduri from Jedi Fallen Order, the second sister. I just love the swinging sounds on this. It sounds so crackly. Epic.
The Teacher.
Yoda.
Whispers of Power.
And this is an anime one, which I think is weird, but I'll take it. Pretty sure that was a moan.
Kylo Ren.
And that's all of them. This is the first one. So. I have yet to count, but I believe that's like 20 sound fonts, and all of them are completely customizable down to the blade consistency, the ignition, the color. So you literally have like probably somewhere around 100 different blade combinations that you could do, and that is just so cool because it makes it feel like a new lightsaber every time you play with it. One other thing I wanted to touch on is that this thing is a blast to spin. KESTIS Hilt is not the most dynamic, just in the sense that it's very long and... Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Just in the sense that it's very long and there's some sharp edges, like here. This little part right there is very sharp, and then some of the parts here on the bottom are a little sharp. But I mean, if you want the accuracy to the hilt, you have to deal with those things. So I think when weathering this, I'll sand it down a little bit, but just it's really comfortable to just put your hand right there, and you can just get some really nice spinning action in there. And because the hilt is so long, like the way that the sound travels through the bottom, it just sounds incredible. Smooth swing is amazing, and it just makes all the spinning and tricks and stuff that you do with it just feels so immersive. And now getting into the customer service with Padawan Outpost. Is it a company that you should spend your money on? Are they worth your time? The quick answer to that is absolutely they are. They deliver amazing products, and their customer service was amazing. One thing that I didn't really realize that they did was they shipped the hilt and the blade separately. And for me, and I think it's a pretty common thing, the hilt came like 2 days earlier. So I was already like playing around with this and like trying to figure it out and all that stuff before I had the blade, which felt dumb, but I was excited, so leave me alone. And at first I was a little confused on why they arrived separately. I emailed them, and within like, I don't know, 5 hours, they answered me, which is super quick because they're based in the UK. I think the next saber I'm gonna buy from them is going to be the Kylo Ren crossguard, just because I love Kylo and I have plans to do a cosplay of him one day. So if you guys are looking for your first or your next Star Wars NEOPIXEL lightsaber, I couldn't recommend Padawan Outpost anymore. Their prices are cheap, they have really good quality products, and their shipping is fast. I got this in 9 days, and I live in the States. So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this review of Padawan Outpost's model FA2, the KESTIS lightsaber. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll make sure to answer those for you guys. Be sure to check me out on Patreon and all my other socials. There's a link in the below to every single one. And thank you so much for watching this video, guys. May the Force be with you, always.